Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I thought it'd be quite interesting to do a high-end makeup versus a high street makeup. It's not going to be focused on the eyes as much, like no eyeshadow or anything like that, but just purely for like concealer, foundation, brusher, bronzer and that kind of vibe. So with that underway, let's get started. I'm going to go in first using a spoolie just to brush my brows. Pick these up from Superdrug. Sometimes they're on the end of an actual pencil. So when they're in place, you're ready to go. So I'm going to do my high end on this side and my high street on this side. So for my high street, I'm going to go in with a Collection 2000 pencil. I have used this one before. So lifting up the brow, I'm just going to define it. And I like to start from the front, going round, and then halfway at the top, I like to just do little lines up as such. Don't worry if it looks a bit crazy, because I'm going to go back in with that spoolie and brush it in. And at this point, because you don't have any foundation or concealer on, it doesn't matter so much if you make a mistake, because I'll be going over it with concealer anyway. So that is the Collection 2000 eye pencil. Now for my high end, I'm going to go in with my Benefit. It's not a pencil, but it is a Benefit Gimme Brow, which is an everyday thing. So just like brushing upwards and then bringing that to the tail of the brow. I don't actually have an awful lot of eyebrow pencils. I always go between the Collection and the Gimme Brow. The Collection normally I use for more of a night out, whereas the Gimme Brow is like an everyday. So that is the difference. So this one is definitely more of a bolder brow. Right, for my next step, I'm going to just go in straight with foundation. So for my high street brand, I'm going to go for Kiko Milano. This is the full coverage 2-in-1 foundation. This is and concealer in the shade M35. Now, some of these foundations you might think, oh, they're a bit too dark for her. So this comes with like a wand. I'm just going to put that on my face, like so. You can pick these up. I know Westfield have them, I think Oxford Street, and they're really reasonable. I can't remember exactly how much, but they're very affordable, Kiko Milano. So I'm just going to blend that in. And with foundation, I'm just going to go in swipe motions, and then I like to dab on top, so I find that sets it in really nicely. Right, now I'm going to go in on the high street side, put on some Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 20. I always used to put concealer on before my foundation until I actually learned how to do makeup, and it's actually nicer to do it after. So let me just grab my brush. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques fluffy brush that I love, which is the RT Real Techniques 308. So it's a medium shadow, it's no shadow brush, but I like it. It's a very fluffy brush, but I like it for concealer. I like it for like definition. Now I have basically primed my eyelids with this, but I'm not actually going to be doing any eyeshadows, but just so it's got colour on it. So that is one side done so far for the high end, for the high street, sorry. Now I'm going to go over the high end, so I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and this is the shade NC25. I'm going to be using my Kiko Milano brush, which is a 08. So let's go ahead and put that on. Right, so that is the foundation done. Appreciate there are slightly different shades. I'd say the MAC one is more of a warmer tone, which is this one, but I do think it actually sits nicer on my skin than the Kiko. But we'll see once the bronzer's on and everything, we'll see actually how makeup sits on top of that. So for the concealer, I'm going to try, I've not tried it yet, the Benefit Boing Airbrush Concealer, looks like that. So this actually comes like a pot. I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush, I'll see what it's like. I'll go ahead and apply that under my eyes and carve out my brow. So far, that is the difference. I'm feeling the MAC foundation more, which which I did tell you, and I quite like that concealer. I naturally have dark circles under my eyes whether I sleep 8 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 20 hours, so I've just got to live with them. But that concealer is actually really nice. It's set quite nicely on my skin. I do find some high-end products versus high street products, sometimes, especially with eyeshadows, I love the high street. I find they're really pigmented compared to the high end. Yes, they are pigmented, but I find you've really got to work really hard with them. Right, anyway, so now I'm going to go back in with the high street brand. I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade 022 Sun Bronze. I'm going to be using my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH04. I'm not going for any particular look like a day look, a glam look. I'm just comparing the actual product. As long as I put on the same amount from one or the other, then that's fine. I always like to put some in my hairline because I do have darker roots. If you've got blonder hair, it can go quite orange. So just be careful if you do have that blonder hair, like you don't actually make your hair orange. Right, so that is the natural bronzer from Rimmel. And then using the same brush, I'm going to go in with MAC Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish. I do like this one, as you can tell. Right, so let's work on the other side. This is my go-to bronzer for most occasions. This one's not too bad, but from my opinion so far, I am loving the high-end foundation and bronzer and concealer and eyebrow. Right, anyway. So next I'm going to go in with the blush. For the high street, I'm going to go in with the NYX powder blush. You can pick these up from Boots. Don't think Superdrug do NYX. Right, so I'm going to go in and use this. Sorry, this one is called PB01. I've used this before. It says Mocha. I don't know if it picks it up, but it's actually a pink tone, not a brown tone. And being called Mocha, just place it on the apples of your cheeks. Blend it in. I'm going to go back in with the bronzer one. Just blend. Now I'm going to go in with the California Mini Benefit Blusher. So it does come with a little brush which I can use, and it just looks like that. It's quite cute. It comes with a little mirror, and again it's a pinky tone, so I'm just going to pop that on to the apple of my cheeks, like so. I'm not going to go in with any highlighters or anything like that. Although I like using highlighter, I wouldn't use it in a day, and I don't know, like with highlighter I find you can use any and it doesn't really make a difference personally, like whether it's high-end, high street or whatever. So I'm going to go in now with, I'm just going to do lips. So for the high street I'm going to be using Maybelline Colour Sensational Shaping Lip Liner. Dusty Rose is the shade. I like to overline my lips a tiny bit, just to make them look a bit more plump, and then just fill it in. And then I'm going to go over with Peaches and Cream Lip Gloss. So I'm just going to pop that on. And that is in the shade Bambi, I believe. Yep, Bambi. Right, so versus the high end. Now I'm going to go in with the Kylie Jenner lip kit. So this is Candy K. And then I know I used gloss for the high street, but I'm going to use a matte for the high end. So that is it. I'm definitely loving more of the higher end makeup. As I said, when it does come to eyeshadows, I can do another video on that for you. Definitely high street all the way. But yeah, just the way the makeup's actually sitting on my face, I definitely prefer this side. For skin, for the finish, it is smoother. It actually looks a bit more radiant, I believe. This one, I think it looks a little bit dry looking. Not a lot of life into it. So enough of me waffling on anyway. That is my view. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to write any comments and I will get back to you. See you later.